Hi, this is G. Shanmuka, and today we are here to discuss about Gaussian distribution. Yeah, first we will talk about the definition of the Gaussian distribution. A Gaussian process is a process in time or space that creates Gaussian distributions within its domain. They may be used to find nonlinear regressions as well as to reduce dimensionality by identifying which dimensions of a dataset have larger variance and thus may contain more useful information. For deep learning and machine learning engineers, out of all the probabilistic models in the world, Gaussian distribution is simple and standouts. And this Gaussian distribution is also called as normal distribution. Now we will see the function of Gaussian distribution. A probability distribution which has the following probability density function PDF is called normal distribution. Just I have said what is normal distribution. Here, the variable x is continuous and it is called normal variate in the formula given above. F of x is equal to 1 by sigma into root over 2 pi into e power minus 1 by 2 of x minus mu by sigma whole square, where x is defined minus infinity to infinity and sigma is greater than 0 because it is in the denominator. Now, these are some important points to be remembered while doing the problems of normal distribution. So first one is the normal distribution has two parameters. One is mu and one is sigma. Mu is called mean and sigma is called variance. Here variance is sigma square and standard deviation is sigma. Now a normal variate with parameters mu and sigma is denoted by n of mu comma sigma square. That's it. Yeah, now let's go to some examples of normal variate. Many of the variables which occur in natural have normal distribution. Some examples are height of students in a college or a school, weight of apples grown in an orchard, and IQ intelligence, IQ, IQ of a large group of children. These are all the values which contain many number of values, means they will vary from one person to another person. So we can calculate the mean and variance and the probability according to our requirement through this normal variate and marks scored by students in an exam. Yeah. Now, before we go to the properties of the Gaussian distribution, let's see to this graph. Just observe this graph. In this graph, this is a bell-shaped graph which denotes the Gaussian distribution function, and the whole area inside this graph is equal to 1 unity, and we can calculate the probability according to this graph only. We have to use this graph very much in doing the problems, and the curve is bell-shaped. It is symmetrical, non-skew, that is beta 1 is equal to 0, means this is the non-skewness property of the bell-shaped graph. B, the mean, median, and mode are equal, and the curve is asymptotic to the x-axis. That is, the curve touches the x-axis only at the minus infinity and infinity. You know the definition of asymptotic lines. Now, the the odd order movements are equal to 0 and even order movements are given by mu 2r is equal to 1 into 3 into 5 into so on, and thus mu 2 is equal to sigma square and mu power 4 is equal to 3 into sigma 4 into 3. Now the curve has points of inflection at mu minus sigma and mu plus sigma. That's it. Now we will see some limits of the normal variate x according to the kurtosis and skewness and kurtosis. Now the distribution is mesokurtic. That means beta 2 will be equal to 3. Total area under curve is a unity. Just now I have said while showing the graph. Now probability P of mu minus sigma less than x less than mu plus sigma is equal to 0.6826. These are some standard values we can remember. Even we can also calculate using the normal area table. So if you want, you can just remember these values. Now let's go to what is normal variate, standard normal variate. Yes, a normal variate with mu is equal to 0 and standard deviation sigma is equal to 1 is called standard normal variate. It is denoted by z, and its probability density function is f of z is equal to 1 by root over 2 pi into e power minus h square. Here pi is equal to 3.14, as you know that, and z is defined all over the values, means it can be any value minus infinity to infinity. That's it. Now let's see one example. First we will go for one formula which is used to calculate the probability through normal distribution, and let x be a normal variate with mu is equal to mean is equal to mu and the standard deviation sigma. Then the z means standard normal distribution, standard normal variate z is equal to x minus mu by sigma is a standard normal variate, where the standard normal variate SNV is denoted by n of 0 comma 1. As I said, now in a standard normal variate the mean will be 0 and the standard deviation will be 1. So we will say that standard normal variate will be n of 0 comma 1. Now let's take a simple example through which you can understand this normal distribution very easily. See, the life of an electric tubes of a certain type assumed to be normally distributed with mean 155 and variance 19. Find p of x greater than 160. Means here the question is, there is a company which produces electronic tubes of a certain type, and they are distributed normally with a mean of 155 and variance 19. They ask to find the probability of x greater than 160. Okay, so first we have said one formula here, z. So z1 is equal to x minus mu by sigma. Here just we have to keep the values of the x and mu and sigma, then we will get the z value through which we can find the probability. See here, z1 is equal to 160 minus 155 by 19, which is equal to 0.26. See here, you can find the graph. If you find the graph, see the question, the probability of x greater than 160 means it's a positive value. So you just assume that the value in this graph must be, the value of z1 must be at the right side. So here, assume this z, then you can see z1 value is 0.26, means we have to find the value, the area between z1 and infinity. So as I have said that the whole area in this graph is 1. So the area exactly half means is equal to 0.5. So we can calculate the area like, see here, the non-shaded area at the right side part is the required area in our problem. So we just have to subtract the whole value, and if you find the area of z, then there will be then we can get the value of area between 0 to z, and we require z to infinity. So we just subtract the available area with whole area, so it will get into 0.5 minus area of 0.26. This area can be found in the normal table. You can find the normal table at the Google, and if we calculate that, we'll get the answer 0.1026. Means the total percentage of probability of x greater than or equal to 160 is 10.26. That's up to now. Thank you.